Morning, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Tuesday morning. Had a pretty nice day yesterday, although it was awfully windy again to start off the work week. Thankfully, today, not nearly as much wind. Today, again, yesterday we had winds gusting 40, 50, even up to 60 miles an hour at times. Today should be much quieter in terms of our wind, although it is just a brief break. We're going to be dealing with more windy weather as we head through the upcoming week. Also going to be keeping our eyes on a couple chances for some stormy weather midweek this week, and then again, unfortunately, as we head into the Easter holiday as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. Again, as always, taking a look at the Lincoln Weather Almanac numbers from yesterday, 64 and 44 degrees. So again, almost right where we should be for mid-April. Again, right at our normal high temperature. Low yesterday was a few degrees above average, and again, still no moisture yesterday, so well below normal for our liquid precipitation for the month, as well as for the year, and again, obviously for our snowfall for the snow season for us as well. But I do think we can basically close the book on any snowfall chances. Again, getting snow in the second half of April, or certainly into early May, very uncommon, and again, long-range outlooks continue to favor above-average temperatures across the region, so I do think we can close the book on our snowfall chances for this year. If you take a look at the weather headlines for the day today, again, I think it's going to be a very nice Tuesday. Again, much lighter winds out there. Temperatures should be pretty comfortable for us. But then as we look ahead later this week, Thursday is a day that sticks out. It's going to be, I think, hot for parts of south-central, southeastern, east-central Nebraska. Temperatures up near 90 degrees. Also, dew points will be climbing. So again, we may feel a little bit of that humidity. We're also going to be looking for the potential for some, at least maybe a couple, strong to severe thunderstorms across the area. Starting Wednesday night and then into the day, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening across the area. And then we look ahead to the weekend. And unfortunately, right now, it does look like Easter Sunday looks like it could be wet. So Easter Bunny might be getting a little wet. As it looks like we could see some rain across the area. That's certainly not set in stone, though. We'll take a look at that in just a little bit. Low temperatures this morning across the area. It was chilly in some spots, especially in the western parts of the state, where it dropped down to the upper teens and low to mid 20s. It was upper 20s to upper 30s for the eastern half of the state here in Lincoln, down to 35 degrees this morning for our low temperature. I think this morning will be our coldest morning that we see likely over the course of the next week or so across the state. Again, our average last freeze here in Lincoln is about April 23rd. So again, we're right around the corner from kind of being done with the freezing temperatures for good, and really being able to start to put some plants in the ground if, again, you got a green thumb. On the tempest weather stations across the Lincoln Metro, we did a couple degrees better. It was mid to upper 30s for low temperatures early this morning across the area, including 38 degrees here in the capital city. Right now, plenty of sunshine across the state. Blue sky in O'Neill, in North Platte, in Lincoln, in Grand Island. Again, going to be seeing a lot of sunshine, I think, as we head through the day today. And temperatures already warming up to 47 at the airport, 44 here in Midtown Lincoln. Winds are much lighter out of the west-northwest, just around 8 miles an hour. Temperatures across the Lincoln Metro generally sitting in the mid-40s. And again, the airport is just a touch warmer at 47. But across the state, we're seeing those temperatures ranging from the mid-30s to the mid-to-upper 40s. Again, here in Lincoln, we are one of the warmer spots across the state, especially again at the Lincoln Airport. Winds much lighter compared to what we had yesterday. Again, a little bit more out of the west and northwest at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. I think as we head through the day today, overall, we'll see a west or northwest wind at around 5 to 15 miles an hour. Could see an occasional wind gust up to 20, maybe 25 miles an hour at times. Nowhere near what we had yesterday. We factor in those winds, and again, we have wind chills, 20s, 30s, and low 40s across the state. Satellite radar picture, not a whole lot to see here. Again, you look at the visible satellite imagery, and we're basically looking at wall-to-wall sunshine across the state and across much of the region. Again, that's kind of the statewide view, but if I kind of even back it out a little bit and look at a regional view, you can see there's not a whole lot of cloud cover across the area. You have to kind of go up to the Great Lakes, up into the northern plains to really see any meaningful cloud cover across the area. So if we go back to the satellite radar picture, again, you can see quiet conditions across the region. If you zoom out, look at a national view. Again, we have some scattered showers kind of across the Great Lakes into parts of southeastern Canada. There's a few scattered showers across parts of Appalachia into New England, but otherwise, again, right now the weather is fairly quiet, and that's reflected in our weather alerts. There's some wind advisories, in the mountain areas on the East Coast, some fire conditions, elevated fire conditions down across parts of the desert Southwest, some frost advisories advisories there for parts of Illinois and Indiana. Do have a winter storm watch for the higher elevations there in parts of Wyoming and southern Montana. But overall, things right now are pretty quiet. Again, no weather alerts currently in place across our neck of the woods. So we check out Skycast through the day today. Not a whole lot to see. Again, should see plenty of sunshine as we head through our Tuesday. Winds, again, eventually kind of turning a little bit more to the south and west. I think for us here in Lincoln, though, I think we'll stick with a west or northwest wind through most of the day today, but quiet through the entirety of your Tuesday. And then as we head tonight into the day on Wednesday, I think we'll see at least a couple clouds. We will see the wind begin to pick back up as we head into the day on your Wednesday, though. Temperatures also will be climbing as we head into the day tomorrow. And then as we head towards Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, we'll start to see at least a small chance. I think it's about 20-30% at best. So certainly not looking at widespread activity, but I think some isolated thunderstorms are going to be possible late Wednesday night into the overnight hours and into very early on your Thursday across parts of eastern and southeastern Nebraska. And then as we head into the day on Thursday, again, it is going to be very warm. It is going to be breezy. And again, we're going to see a chance as we head into Thursday late afternoon, evening, for some strong to severe thunderstorms across the eastern sections of the state. And then, again, the weather looks like it could remain active as we head through the Easter weekend. If you look at the precipitation potential, again, at least over the short term, between now and again, noon Thursday, we're looking at pretty isolated rainfall amounts. This is the European model. As you head past Thursday and into the day on Friday, again, best chances for moisture are likely going to be across the northern tier of the state with some of that activity that we have moved through. And then as we head into the Easter weekend, again into Saturday, at least according to the European model, we start to see precipitation become a little bit more widespread for areas down to our south. But then as we head noon Saturday and then into Easter Sunday, we see a swath of moisture kind of move its way across the eastern sections of the state. Again, so that's the European model. That's through next Monday at 10. Again, it's got a pretty decent swath of moisture there across the eastern half of the state. I mentioned earlier our rainfall chance for Easter Sunday is certainly not set in stone by any means. Again, this is what the European model has, and if you look at the American GFS model, it basically it's got that big swath of heavy moisture, but it has it well off to our south and to our east, and really doesn't have much of anything for south central or southeastern Nebraska as we remain more in the dry slot there. So again, certainly not set in stone, but those Easter plans could include a chance for some rain. Certainly keep an eye on that forecast as we head over the coming days, as we try and kind of nail down the timing and placement of that low pressure system that's going to spin through the area that could bring some active weather to the region. In terms of the severe weather outlook for the day today, not expecting anything. Again, parts of the Four Corners region could see a few thunderstorms, but that's really just about it. Into the day on Wednesday, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather across southeastern Nebraska. That does include Lincoln. That would likely be late Wednesday night into the overnight hours, early Thursday morning. We could see maybe one or two stronger storms that kind of pop up across the area, but again, certainly not looking at any widespread activity. Into the day on Thursday is when we could see, again, a little bit more activity, where there's a marginal and slight risk for severe weather that covered the eastern, again, two-thirds of the state, that slight risk in far eastern Nebraska, and then into parts of Iowa and northern Missouri. Again, Lincoln technically included in that slight risk, so again, that's 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. So again, that means some scattered strong to severe thunderstorms could be possible with some large hail damaging winds, and we can never rule out an isolated tornado. And then Friday, that severe weather threat kind of shifts down to our south and to our east, and that continues into the day on Saturday. That threat, fairly narrow threat, but down to our south and to our east. And then on Easter Sunday, again, parts of southern Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, down into East Texas, kind of outlined for the threat for some severe weather for Easter Sunday. So again, could see some rain, certainly could see some thunderstorms on Easter, but at least right now, the threat for severe weather doesn't look to be all that high. But again, keep an eye on that forecast over the coming days. It will be changing. It will be evolving as we get a little bit closer. So if we zoom in, take a closer look, statewide view today, not a whole lot to worry about. Sunshine, for much lighter winds, especially compared to yesterday. Eventually those winds swinging around to the south. And then as we head overnight tonight into the day on Wednesday, we're going to see warmer weather, return to more blustery southerly winds, gusting 30 to 35 miles an hour through the day on Wednesday. We're dry through most of the day, but as we head towards late Wednesday night, we're going to start to see a chance, again, for maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two for south, central, southeastern parts of the state. Our in-house model here has one of those little thunderstorms kind of popping up, moving through the area as we move through the overnight overnight hours into early Thursday morning. And then as we head through the day on Thursday, again, it's going to be hot. It's going to be breezy. But we're going to see kind of a split across the state. One half of the state will be much cooler with more northerly winds through the day on Thursday, but here in southeastern Nebraska, hot, a little bit sticky, breezy. And then as we head into Thursday evening, we're going to watch for additional thunderstorms to develop along that frontal boundary. And again, one or two of those could be on the stronger side, could produce some large hail and damaging winds into Thursday late afternoon and into the evening time frame. So a couple chances for maybe a few stronger storms, then a couple chances maybe for some rain in the forecast over the course of the next week. So high temperatures today, a little bit warmer, above average, but overall pretty nice. We're looking at mid to upper 60s, low to mid 70s across the state. Again, with plenty of sunshine and fairly light winds. Again, overall should be a really, really nice day for us as we head through the day today. Low temperatures tonight, not quite as cold. Upper 30s and low 40s across the state. Wednesday, we see temperatures begin to warm up as we see those southerly winds push some warmer air into the region. We're looking at low to mid 80s across the state for Wednesday afternoon, including 81 here in Lincoln, 85 in Grand Island, as well as 85 in North Platte. Lows into Thursday morning, staying well above normal into the mid upper 50s and low 60s for eastern Nebraska, with 40s in the west. And then Thursday afternoon, again, we're looking at upper 80s, maybe even low 90s for southeastern Nebraska. But again, on the other side of the state, we'll be seeing highs only reaching the 40s to low 50s for parts of the Panhandle. So it'll be one of those kind of spring-like days where it'll be maybe a little chilly on one end of the state, and on the other end of the state, it'll be feeling very summer-like for us. And then into Friday morning, it's 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s for low temperatures. Friday afternoon, we see temperatures fall back into the 40s, 50s, and 60s across the state. Saturday morning, anywhere from the low 20s to the low 40s for low temperatures. Saturday afternoon, we see temperatures close to normal, especially for eastern Nebraska, a little bit below normal in the west. Mid to upper 50s to low to mid 60s for highs on your Saturday. And then on Easter Sunday here in Lincoln, chance for some showers and thunderstorms through the day. Again, that's not set in stone, but we're going to keep a close eye on that forecast over the coming days. Low 60s for highs on Easter Sunday, mid 60s on Monday. But again, we'll see, I think, a chance, again, for some rain. Could be some widespread rain across the area Sunday and into Monday of next week. So, again, turning a little bit more active for us, especially the second half of the week, and unfortunately into the Easter weekend for us as well. But that's a forecast we'll keep a close eye on over the coming days. Thursday, 88 for a high. Record is 90, set back in 2004. And, again, I think we could come close to that. We'll just kind of have to wait and see. 10-day forecast for select cities across the state. Again, you can see by far and away Wednesday, Thursday is our warmest time frame over the course of the next week to 10 days, and then temperatures kind of fall back to close to normal through the remainder of the forecast period, with highs in the 60s to right around 70 degrees. Precip chances, again, small chance Wednesday night into the overnight hours, small chance Thursday. Could see a few strong storms with that chance. Very low-end chances, I think, Friday, Saturday. Then the next best chance is going to come Sunday and into Monday of next week. But even past then, weather looks like it could remain on the active side with continued rain chances across the area. Climate Prediction Center long-range outlooks. This takes us April 22nd through April 28th. Continues to favor above-average temperatures across the region and continues to favor wetter than normal conditions across the region, which we would absolutely take. Again, we're really short on our moisture, have been for feels like the past year now, but again, unfortunately, don't like to see it come over a holiday weekend. Again, if you look at this upper-level pattern, we looked at this yesterday. Turning a little bit more active, we'll see a trough develop across the western parts of the country, and that trough is going to keep things active as we head through the second half of the week, into the weekend, and then potentially into the early part of the work week next week for us as well. So again, a little bit of that pattern change there emerging for us later this week, and that'll lead to, again, some more active weather heading our way over the coming days. So not a whole lot for us to worry about today, though. Should be a really, really nice Tuesday. Again, plenty of sunshine and comfortable temperatures, and again, not nearly as much wind out there today as what we had yesterday. So appreciate everyone for tuning in, watching. Again, make sure you keep it tuned over the next couple days, especially as we look ahead to that Easter weekend forecast. Again, it's going to change 4, 5, 6 different times before we finally get there. So again, make sure, especially if you have any Easter plans on Sunday itself, to keep an eye on the forecast over the coming days. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. Again, hope everyone has a nice Tuesday. And until next time, we'll see you later.